Hey folks, Professor Johnson here. We are at week 3. Exciting. So excited that we're at week 3. And for this module, we're going to talk about aesthetic experiences, right? So this class really is about developing your design aesthetic. So understanding what motivates you, what you're passionate about, where you get what gets your creative juices flowing. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. We're watching throughout the class. We'll be talking about aesthetics, but specifically this week we're going to be talking about um, what are aesthetic experiences and why they are so important. And in all honesty, aesthetics is everywhere. It's what we see, hear, smell, touch, feel. So we're going to dive into that this week. Okay. So this week in the modules, in the lecture part of the modules, we're going to talk about why aesthetic experiences are so important. Because throughout the semester we have 4 aesthetic experience activity. So you have your first aesthetic experience activity this week. So you will be doing that as well. So you're gonna um, you know learn about the how and why of aesthetic experiences. You're gonna learn about some of the qualities of aesthetic experiences. Um, we're going to understand the process of creativity and understanding how creativity is created, and then you're going to get a little bit of introduction in the reading to some of the principles and elements of design. And going forward, we're going to cover a principle or an element of design every week. Okay. The other thing that we're going to get this week is you're going to learn a new word that sounds really academic. But you're going to learn about the zeitgeist, and we'll be talking about the zeitgeist through this entire semester because um, it's basically one of the bases of this class. And the zeitgeist really is just understanding the beliefs, ideas, and spirit of an era. So if you've already taken fashion history, we could talk about the zeitgeist of the 80s. We could talk about what happened in the 90s or the 50s or even in the Victorian era. And in every culture, in every period, there is a kind of a characteristic of attitudes and styles and principles. At some point in the future, people will be looking at the zeitgeist of the pandemic, right? So how did fashion change because of the pandemic? And you will know, you can just say some of those things that change during the pandemic. How we were, even though I'm like this today, how we really went more leisurely, and how athleisure, although it was a thing, became a much bigger thing. And the change in undergarments for the men in the room. Women don't like underwire, right? So, what am I think actually maybe it was this one. I talked about the death of the bra. I can't remember if it was this class or in my fashion history class. Actually, I think it's the fashion history class. I talk about that. But so we'll be talking about the zeitgeist as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about. In this module. Okay. In terms of the reading for this module, actually, I also have some. We actually get some Naomi Campbell and the Met Gala when we talk about the zeitgeist too. Those things are really important as well. When we get over, when we go to the reading for this module, the reading comes from actually a book that is specifically for designers. But since this class is emerging of fashion design and fashion merchandising students, I just really think the information in this book is really a great synopsis of the things that it takes to define or develop aesthetic experience. So we'll be looking at a one chapter out of the book called Creativity in Fashion Design. Okay, and it talks about creativity and inspiration and gives us an introduction to those design principles. Okay, so that's where we are for this week. So same scenario. You're here. Next, you read take care of the assigned reading, dive into the lecture, complete the discussion board, complete your first aesthetic experience activity, and there also is a survey. The survey is anonymous. If you complete the survey, you get the points. Just how you're feeling about being in the class so far, right? And It's anonymous, so I don't know who says what, but I take the general overview of what the students are saying, and I may make adjustments if need be. Now, if everybody puts, I don't want to do a discussion board, that's not gonna happen. I hate to say it, y'all doing discussion boards, but just a general overview of how you're feeling in the class. I just want to get a gauge. You can check your temperature at week 3. Okay, all right. So that is where we are for this week. I am enjoying reading the meet and greets and your discussion boards. I always get such joy out of learning about the folks in the class. So make sure after this assignment is graded that you go back and check out my comments, okay? And in the announcement, it talks about how to check the comments, okay? All right, so I think that's all I have for you now, and I'll see. Oh, no, I don't. Visiting hours. Don't forget to come by and see me if you want to. Links on the homepage. Time is on the homepage. Come by, see me, and I look forward to seeing you. All right, guys. Bye.